Childhood. The one and only thing worth living for. Only mine was stolen from me. About the age of 6, all I can remember were the tears and the blood. There was glass everywhere. Surrounding me were the words, "Go back to sleep. Everything will be okay." Only I knew that if I were to leave him there, he would have died. With tears in my eyes, I ran. I ran as fast as I could to find anyone that would be willing to help. No one was home. It was hopeless. I didn't have a phone, so I was no use. I just sat and I stared. That was about 8 years ago. And still the curse that has been set upon me lingers. Addiction, the demon that lives in my loving dad. He can't seem to get better. And every time I think it is, it comes back to bite. Each time worse and worse. Yeah, I had a father figure in my house once, if you could even call it that. Our house contained 6 people and 5 bedrooms. Each room a home to the one who lived in it. It wasn't a home. It was more like a hiding place. We couldn't bear to see him like that, so we hid. While my dad was under the influence, he never did anything to hurt us physically, but mentally, the damage was done. Each night, before he had gone, he cried, only wishing for death, while I sat next to him speaking of Christ for some hope that he would get caught on religion. I was 13. Do you really think I could handle a grown man telling me that he was going to put himself out of his misery? What about my misery? By this time, he had lost his job and half of our family, but I still stood because I promised him that I would be there for him. And I never broke that promise. Not only was it mentally draining for me, it really hurt my grades and my social skills too. I thought no one else cared, and I was the only one who was suffering. I was wrong. Everyone who had loved my dad was scared for his life, and he just wanted to make sure everyone was okay, and that's not how that works. The demon inside my dad still lives on. He has gone with it for so long that I believe it's too late. There's no such thing as rock bottom. Time doesn't heal when it repeats itself again and again. I'm sorry, and you'll never do it again. If that were really true, then the world would be perfect. I can't express the number of times I've heard the words, "I'm sorry," or "I'll swear to get better."
Sorry,
Promise.
I promise I'll get
What
better.
even is a promise? I've kept mine, but does that mean no one else will? Life has put me through many challenges. That makes it hard for me to believe things will get better. My dad has now lost roughly about 4 jobs, and still for some reason insists on getting us all gifts. That's what makes him special. He hasn't distanced himself from us. He visits us as much as he can, and he loves and respects all of us. Anxiety, depression, and the hunger, fake. If I put on a smile and pretend I'm fine, then no one will ask. I'm fine until I break down and start to cry. I never cry. I can't. What if someone sees? It's not like anyone else does it. So I pretend. I cover myself up with other people's problems to try to forget my own as I drown in my own sorrows. I have 3 brothers. One that has gone through the same things as me. We stick together, always. And 2 younger ones that I hope we can shelter from the sadness and abuse. Even though life is hard, there will always be a light at the end of the tunnel. All we have to do is choose the right path. All I want is for my dad to be here without the recurring smell of liquor and mouthwash, and that would be a miracle.